navigate your way around PowerPoint and get the best out of the tool, you should be able to know how it works really. You need to know the environment and all of that. And so that's what we'll be doing right now in this video, like I mentioned in the previous video. PowerPoint has a couple of tools, many of them as a matter of fact, and your understanding of how they all work should make it much easier for you to use PowerPoint. Now, if you look all the way to the top, you would see several tools there. I have the file menu, I have the home menu, I have the insert menu, the design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, view, and then add-ins. Now, in some cases, this is referred to, or these are referred to as ribbons. Okay, so you could hear the term ribbon, or you could hear the term menu. So whichever term you hear, it's not wrong. It's actually accurate. However, I would like us to pay more attention to what makes these tools unique, and why is it you always see them in different versions of Microsoft Office. In fact, it's actually available now in virtually every application. The thing is this, guys, every application is built upon several other micro applications, and so because of these micro applications, it could be quite difficult for you to find your way around if every tool is arranged in one location. Okay, think about it for a bit. Imagine, have you actually seen a mechanic who has all his tools in one box trying to look for a spanner or probably a screwdriver? Do you realize that it usually takes him a while to figure it out from that very gigantic box? It's actually a problem. So imagine that playing out here too. You want to look for a specific tool and you can't find that particular tool. It's going to really be a huge bore, and you don't want that. Now, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, they all have all of these tools all segmented. Now, the home tool provides you with the basic tools that you would use almost all the time. We'll be looking at that eventually when we start doing a couple of slides. You would see how practical that is. Now, the insert menu or the insert ribbon has all the tools that you would need so that you can be able to insert a couple of things from images to illustrations to text to symbols to media. That's both video and audio, of course, to tables. You can insert every single one of those ones. The design menu allows you to pimp your presentation, pimp your slides, so to speak, so that it looks nicer, it looks more trendy, it looks more lively. So we could say that it livens up your presentation. A transition works in tandem with your design because it actually does same thing. It gives you it makes your slides nicer. Animations follows the same trend, and the slideshow tab focuses on how your slides can work, where you want your slides to begin from, how much time you want your slides to run on. Would you even want your slides to run on automatic mode? I did mention in the introductory part that we'll be looking at how to make your presentation independent. Yes, of course, that takes place here. And then your review allows you to make several attachments, comments, and all of that, so that during your presentation it's much easier for you to write plenty stuff. Meanwhile, your presentation wouldn't have as much. Okay, so that's essentially a rundown of what the environment is in PowerPoint. Now, just to be clear, when you have this environment here, it's actually quite straightforward. You could add your titles or add your text, as the case may be, and add extra text. But notice that as at now, or as at this point, I just have one slide, and it's titled 1. Just to be sure, I just have one slide. So how possible is it that I can have several slides? Now, I'd like you to pause now and see if you can figure that out. Look at your environment. If you are still at the home ribbon, are you seeing what I am seeing? Okay, let me see if you are pointing in the same direction. Yeah, That is the point. That is the area where we could go and insert a new slide. So I'm just going to click on that and I have a new slide. I'm clicking on it again and having a second slide or a third slide. I'm clicking again, I'm having another slide. And that way, I keep going down and down and down. I'll keep creating slides. But wait a minute, there is a difference here. Yeah, I'm noticing something different. So let's be sure that you noticed that too. Did you notice the arrangement of click to add title, click to add title? Whoa, what was that? You didn't see that, right? Click to add title is somewhere different here, and click to add title is somewhere different here at the same time. Why is that? It's not a big deal. Let's just explain that real quick, okay? Now, assuming that this is supposed to be a presentation on what topic now? Let's see. All right, let's go with Nigeria. Presentation on Nigeria and me. Okay, good. I think that's the fine title. Yep, Nigeria and me. Good. Now, if that is a title, a subtitle could be a presentation of the relationship. My bad. Relationship between me and Nigeria. Aha. So did you notice the flow now between the click to add title and the click to add subtitle? Yeah. So the click to add subtitle is like, okay, what is really the main title about? You see? That's essentially what it is. Now, the next slide could now be introduction. You see, introduction. An introduction could now be, we could start with my name is Gilead. And I could go on and on and on doing an actual presentation to talk about myself, how I am so in Nigerian, how I grew up in Nigeria, in just to be specific. Ouch, I just said that. How I went to school, who taught me and all of that, what things I learned in school, what course I studied, and all of that. I could go ahead on and on and on and on to talk about that. That is just going to be another introduction. But the point is that for the fact that these are just points, your points are only focused on just the important things. Now, during the whole talk show, in this case the presentation, you can go ahead to talk about as much as you can. A case in point is actually everything we've said so far. For the last 7 minutes or so, I've just been talking. But how many things have I written? Pretty little, isn't it? That's exactly how PowerPoint works. You just create the points, you talk about most of them, and make sure that everything synchronizes. Of course, if it doesn't synchronize, it doesn't have a direct bearing to what you're doing, you are so in trouble, my friend. All right, so now in the next video we would now look at how we can add colors, how we can add themes. Let's make our presentation make a couple of sense. Okay, so we will be working with this specific presentation. We'll be expanding it gradually as we go. So if you have not done this, I would encourage you, please go ahead, do this particular one, ensure that you have inserted about 8 slides, because we will be making use of all 8 slides. I'll see you in a bit.